Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Shima. And we are joined by none other than Airsoft Alphonse and Where Are You Aaron. As always, I will leave links to their channels down in the description below so that you guys can find them, though I'm pretty confident, well, most people probably know Airsoft Alphonse. The other guy, you've maybe heard of once or twice. I hear he likes, bad ships. But anyway, we are on the path to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to be a part of that journey, I need your help to get there. So, punch the like button, punch the subscribe button, share it with your family and your friends. We are in the Shima, boys, and you know what that means. Time for a lesson in destroyer basics. And there is no destroyer in the game that is played both incredibly well and incredibly poorly more often than the Shimakaze. When a Shima is played even mediocrely good, it is one of the most busted ships in the game. And for whatever reason, Wargaming has decided it's fine. Everything is fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a ship that has like 370,000 damage broadside of torpedoes every minute and a half. And has decent reload on the guns and has more HE penetration on the guns and has 6 of them that are capable of doing over 3,000 damage to a destroyer per salvo every like 6 to 8 seconds. Now, obviously, I wouldn't go as far as calling the Shima a gunboat, but we sent a rack of torpedoes into that smoke screen over yonder. Wonder what could happen. Wait for it. Now, surely, the person in that cap would have seen the torpedoes go by, right? Or at least heard that there were torpedoes going by. Nobody got touched by them, right? They weren't even touched by an angel. Yet. But we're going to try to put ourselves in position. We're about to get our torpedoes back. We're going to get a little bit closer so we have a tighter spread. Look at our twist and track or perceptive. You see the RPF, the little like double horizontal like line over top of our aiming reticle. You see it up there in the clouds? Yeah. It's pointing to the direction of the nearest ship. It's not perfect, but it gives you a rough idea of where you need to be looking. And we just happen to have 10 torpedoes capable of doing 23,000 damage apiece. Oh look, this guy isn't running twist and track or perceptives, so he doesn't know exactly where I'm at, but he saw the direction of the torpedoes were coming from, and he launched against it. We call that a counter launch, folks. That's called a counter launch. You may have heard it in submarines. It's where you don't know exactly where the enemy submarine is, but you hear the launch, and you launched in the direction of the torpedo. Makes sense, right? You let the homing do the rest. And in this, we take down probably our biggest threat in this lobby. And anytime you take out one of the biggest threats in the lobby early in the game, Shima is going to hurt people. That's just how it goes. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, I was planning on going over to Alpha. We already captured, solo capped the middle of the cap. So that's huge. Airsoft Alphonse and Where Are You Aaron are there in position to defend that cap. So all we have to do is start looking elsewhere. Now, I don't want to rush these torpedoes, but I also know that if we just throw them in there, there's a Musashi and an Iowa, we're likely to hit something. And with Shima torps, you don't need to do a lot of damage, or you don't need to hit lots of them. 1 or 2 torpedoes is catastrophic. And when you have no health, it's guaranteed kills. As these poor fellas are about to find out. As Musashi falls for our trap and manages to back right in there. And then, of course, not to showcase, that the Shima is just a torpedo boat, we open it up on our guns on the broadside of an Iowa. And we're shooting HE at his superstructure. Why are we doing this? Well, because we have smoke and we have the ability. He dodged our torpedoes. because we were initially launching them on the Musashi, and we're just trying to get a fire at this point. We figure he's probably, looking by the amount of damage this man has taken, he's probably gotten a damage con. And of course, we do finally get the fire. We fire at him one more time, and we manage to take down an Iowa with a Shima's guns. Don't just get into the habit in your Shima of sitting in a smoke screen or sneaking around, launching torpedoes all the time. Learn to use your guns. Now, this Iowa here is probably thinking, what the... Where did he come from? There was just an angry smoke screen there a few seconds ago. How did he catch up to me so fast? Well, Sunshine, it's called destroyers. And you're in a 870-foot long ship. And I'm less than 4 kilometers away when I launch 10 torpedoes capable of over 230,000 damage in that salvo. Needless to say, he didn't have 230,000 damage. Now here, I have choices. This is what we call choices. Our team is in pretty good control of the map. I could stay out here and go after the Colbert. Never do anything the rest of the match, because there's no chance that very, very minimal chance that I'm going to be able to hit that Colbert with torpedoes, right? Very minimal. We're going to try, don't get me wrong, and of course, as soon as I launch, the man turns back the other direction, so it's a wrap. So I go ahead and I say, okay, this Colbert is not going to stop shooting, so he's going to maintain being spotted, right? There's battleships close enough that he's going to be able to farm them for damage, and they're going to be able to get shots at him. So I leave him to my team. Aaron is right there. He's in the Bourgogne. I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll be able to take out a single light cruiser. Right, folks? Right? Because Bourgogne's a good ship, from what he says. I, on the other hand, have a couple of isolated battleships that are out here all by their lonesome. And we're going to go say hello as we hunt down a very healthy Grosse Kurfürst. Now, many of you probably think, you know, Grosse Kurfürst is the perfect battleship to be trying to avoid torpedoes, because it's got sonar. Well, you're wrong. Sure, it has sonar, but it is also like 1,000 feet long. It's bigger than the Yamato. Okay, Grosse Kurfürst, in current state of the game, is the largest ship in the game, as far as I know. It and the Montana are right up there. Okay, they're very long ships, and of course Yami's in the conversation as well, because Yami. But it's a very, very difficult ask for a battleship captain who's engaged with other people, who hasn't had to dodge any torpedoes for the entire game, to suddenly get into the mindset of, I'm being hunted by a destroyer, I need to pay attention. And this is where most battleship captains get into trouble. I don't usually get into too much trouble with destroyers in battleships unless it's a YOLO rush. In situations where a torpedo boat decides to do standoff torpedoes, I generally am pretty well aware. I change up what I'm doing. I turn, I speed up, I slow down, I do things to avoid. This Kurfürst did not get that memo. And unfortunately for him, I have not 230,000 alpha damage potential from 4 kilometers. No. We're going to send all 15 of them, which is 370,000 alpha strike potential. GK is a very healthy ship, but it's not 370,000 alpha of healthy. As we absolutely annihilate him, picking up the wagon and doing just the dirty things that Shima does. Now again, not the highest damage game, as in most of my Shima games. I don't care about damage. I go out there to win. And we pick up almost 3,000 base XP. Aaron picking up a close second with 2,800 base XP as well, I believe. Maybe it was 25. I kind of looked away. But that was a perfect example of a destroyer just paying attention, knowing what he's got to do, grabbing the caps, and then letting the game come to him. Like, once you secure the caps, you move out, you start looking for priority targets, like the destroyer in the smoke screen, you area denial, He's in a smoke screen. We fill that smoke screen full of torpedoes. Can't let him just sit there, right? And we take him down. Then we move out from there and take targets of opportunity. And that's where you start farming the battleships, the carrier, the whatever else is out there. Once you get rid of, or once you secure the points and then take care of priority targets, then you go after targets of opportunity and destroyers. And if you do that, I promise you, you will win more games. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.